So, I've been following smartwatches for some time, particularly those that have recently come up with Android Wear, and I don't like Android Wear for the simple fact that Google Now scares the bejesus out of me. But that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy following the industry and seeing what comes up. Now, personally, if I were to get an Android Wear device, it would be probably an LG G Watch or a Samsung Gear Live or something like that. Now, I know a lot of people are really interested in the Moto 360 and the LG G Watch R because they're round and so forth. I should say that the very first watch that I ever wore in my life was this. For those of you who are blind or have low vision, you'll no doubt recognize this. For those of you who are not, I'll do some very quick explaining. This is considered a very first watch for many for several reasons. You buy it cheap, it's built cheap, it breaks cheap. This speaker grill, right up in here, this speaker grill here, that falls off within a year. Furthermore, it's got a very annoying voice and a rooster that drives everybody nutty. But if you look around, various blind, low vision agencies will provide you with this watch because it's very easy to get in bulk. And also Radio Shack had it for a short time. In fact, Radio Shack, the one that I had was a Radio Shack. These days you can get it as vintage for $150. This thing isn't even worth $10. But no, Square Talking Watch, the very first one that I wore. So that's why I prefer the Square Android Wear devices. Now, like I said before, Google Now scares the bejesus out of me. So why on earth would something interest me at this point regarding Android Wear? Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have Alex read us this article, and I want you to pay attention to everything it says regarding accessibility. It's really interesting to see what sort of things are coming with LG, with Android Wear 5.0 Lollipop. A number of critical things, but pay attention to accessibility, and also, listen in to anything else that interests you. But here we go. So I'm going to have Alex read this to us.
Retrieving. Android Wear 5.0 Lollipop leak showing new watch face API, brightness settings, accessibility features. As we told you about earlier today, PH Android seems to have gotten their hands on some unreleased Google software, and the leak started with a new material design overhaul for the Android Wear companion app. This afternoon, we've now had a chance to peek at some of the more interesting ins and outs of the upcoming Android 5.0 Lollipop overhaul for the Android Wear OS, and with it is coming the long-awaited watch face API, new brightness and accessibility features, and more. The watch face API is probably the biggest change coming with the next version of Android Wear, finally giving developers an official means of making faces for Android Wear. New watch faces taking advantage of the update will be able to do a lot more than they could before, such as provide weather update information directly on the face. These screenshots show weather icons that are part of the update below, as well as 16 watch faces above that have been designed to fall in line with the new cleaner Lollipop aesthetic. Also coming with the new update is quick access to 2 new brightness modes, theater mode and sunlight mode. Some clunky apps for adjusting Android Wear brightness have been available for quite some time, but it was apparent that Google needed to give some more attention to the fact that watch brightness is kind of important. Currently, the swipe down screen on Android Wear is fairly simplistic, but with Lollipop you'll be able to access these brightness settings as well as a new settings button and the current date. The main launch screen, the one that appears when you say, "OK Google," is also getting a revamp with the Lollipop update. Now, the menu will sort actions based on which ones you use the most, giving you quick and easy access to commands that would otherwise be effectively hidden. Finally, a slew of new accessibility settings have been revealed, making the operating system easier to use if you have a disability of some kind or simply need a bit of help getting around. Of the new options, which you can see in the screenshots below, are large text, color inversion, and magnification gestures. End of document.
So, large print, color inversion, and magnification gestures. And for those of you who are totally blind, you're wondering where are the audio features. There's not a single piece of Android Wear hardware on the market that utilizes a speaker. And until they get that, I doubt we're going to have TalkBack available. So let's go back up through these screenshots here, just real quick. want you to take a look at them. Let me disable zoom text. So this very first one, you can pause the video. This very first one is the collection of all these brand new faces. The second is the weather. Then we've got the brightness settings. Right here, though, magnification on or off, color inversion, large text. Those are things that have really got me excited in regards to development of the platform. Now, for full accessibility, I think we need to see some hardware released that has audio output capabilities, whether it be through an external speaker or somehow being able to connect to your Bluetooth headset. So that's the one thing that has me interested. But there's also a part of me that's very skeptical, and I'll explain why. Way back when I was looking for my very first smartphone, I was extremely interested in the original Motorola Droid. In fact, I went to Best Buy every couple of weeks, and the young lady there showed me the Motorola Droid. The accessibility was nowhere near where it is today, and as far as how it compared to VoiceOver, don't even think about it. In my experience, when I was using it with the default web browser, it's almost like it didn't even exist. I didn't know what I was. Maybe it was just me being inexperienced, but the truth of the matter is, there were things that were just inaccessible, other elements that spoke too much. It just wasn't there. And compared to iOS, depending on what you want to do and your hardware, it depends. My personal opinion is that iOS is still far superior in the accessibility department, but that doesn't mean Android hasn't advanced. But you have to remember that the Motorola Droid was a first-gen product. Much like Android's 5.0 Lollipop update, when it comes to, this is the first Android Wear to enable accessibility. So having it on such a small screen, especially magnification, it'll be interesting to see how they implement this. I just hope they don't screw it up. And again, I personally don't think I'll be wearing an Android Wear device because of Google Now. But as far as the overall market is concerned, seeing accessibility come out of the niche, super multi-thousand-dollar device, hardware and software realm, and into the mainstream, this is just another step in that direction, and I think it's well-deserved. So I'll be watching this closely. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome, and have a nice day.